Hi guys, Jake Siegel and John Eastburn with Praying Man Apparel. Thanks for tuning in. We got two bows to review today. Both flagship bows, 2020 Bowtechs. The Revolt and the Revolt X.
Thank you, Johan. Yeah, two bows. So we got two from Bowtech this year. We're looking forward to getting our hands on many more as the year unfolds and we see those bows come out. But we have two from Bowtech, two flagships. The Revolt. First thing I noticed is a little bit shorter than some of the bows from Bowtech over the last few years. They were trending to 32, 33 inch on their flagship. This is a 30-inch axle. Tape it.
Confirmed.
30 inches on the dot. 30 inch on the Revolt. 7 3/4 inch brace. So
exactly.
Yes. Tree stand hunters, blind hunters, this is going to be a great bow, nice and compact. Obviously, we'll dive into the technologies a little bit later, but this, just from a quick look at it, it's going to be great for any tight situation that you're in. 335 feet per second on the speed rating, 26 to 31 inches axle to axle, so you'll be able to stretch it out if you want a shorter bow, but you're a bigger guy. Sometimes you haven't been able to get that, but this actually goes out to 31 inches. A little over 4 pounds. It's stating at 4.4 pounds and available in 50, 60, and 70 pounds of draw weight. So that's the Revolt. Behind us, we have the Revolt X. So put them side by side real quick. You'll notice right off the bat that the Revolt X is much longer, to the tune of 33 inches axle to axle. So the Revolt X is 33 inches axle to axle. You're also going to get more speed with this bow. It's clocking in at 340 feet per second. You do lose a little bit of brace height at 6.5 inches of brace height. Again, 50, 60, and 70 pounds of draw weight, and 26 to 31 inches as well on the draw length. So we're going to dive into all the different technologies on these bows and kind of go over it with a fine-tooth comb, shoot it in a little while, and we will let you know what we think.
Okay, so we've looked at the specs of the Revolt and the Revolt X. Now we're going to take a deeper dive and go over the bows, in more detail with a fine-tooth comb, as Jake would say, and we'll let you know what we found out. First, let's start with the riser.
Yeah. So we'll kind of start at the riser and move our way out. Good looking bow. I mean, that's usually one of the first things we see as we look at the bow is the cutouts of the riser. Is there a lot of reflex, a lot of deflex? A lot of the bows these days, including all the manufacturers, you're starting to see very straight risers, which means there's not a lot of reflex in the bows. Just new technology, shorter limbs, they're able to do that. So you're getting more accurate platforms across the board with a lot of manufacturers. Bowtech was kind of the pioneer of this back, in the day with the center pivot technology, and it's evolved over the years kind of to what you see now, where it's much more streamlined. Quite honestly, it looks better than the first few versions that they came out with. And this is no exception. The Revolt and the Revolt X, even though you have two different axles, the bows still remain, on the riser side of things, very straight risers. Very rigid. You're not going to see a lot of riser flex. That's something, if you have time and want to check out some other videos, it's something you can't see with the naked eye, but when you shoot a bow, the risers can and do flex quite a bit. These are very strong. A lot of triangles throughout the design, which is going to make it a very, very strong and rigid riser. So a couple other things I noticed, and we've seen this, I think about a year or so ago with some of the Bowtech bows, you're starting to get a lot of different options as far as where you can put weights. So we have 3 holes at the top, 3 at the bottom. So if you're running, back bars, V-bars, any type of weights, you have a lot of different options on that front. We also have 2 vibration dampeners on the side. These are called the Orbit vibration dampeners. So it's pretty cool. You can actually stack these. You can put one on top of the other if you find a spot that works better for you. Make it your own. So you're going to get 2 of those as well on these bows. So as far as the riser is concerned, it's a similar look that we've seen over the last couple of years, but it's very, very strong and very rigid. And again, this is a company that they've been touting accuracy over the last few years. And quite honestly, if you don't have a rigid riser and a strong riser, your accuracy goes out the window. So kudos to them on that. You also have the clutch performance grip, is what we've seen for the last couple of years as well. Very nice. Again, grips are super subjective. So some people are going to love this, and for every person you find that likes a grip, you're going to find another person that doesn't for whatever reason. It's a comfortable grip. We'll tell you a little bit more after we shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on from the riser outward, it's important to talk about the pockets. I think, again, a company that touts accuracy, again, if any of these parts fail, you're going to lose accuracy.
Yeah, and you can have the best riser out there, but it don't make a dang bit of difference if your limbs are moving on you. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So that's where Bowtech comes
what I
along.
always say.
That's where Bowtech comes along with a zero tolerance system called Dual Lock, and this isn't like bows of the past where if you were going to adjust your poundage, where you just take your Allen to your limb bolt and back it off. There's actually two adjustments you would have to make. These two Allen bolts right here, just torque them back a little bit to take the pressure off of that lock or the actual limb pivot, and then you could adjust your limb bolt. But if you don't do that, you might compromise some stuff there, so be sure to check that out. That whole system they're trying to achieve zero tolerance there, which we all know that is repetitive accuracy, and there's good reason for it.
Yeah.
So in addition to the dual lock pivots, you have the flex guard, which we all know and love the flex guard as far as it takes so much torque out of the situation, creating even a more accurate platform. Going from there, we have the Deadlock binary cam system. So to give you some history on what the Deadlock binary cam system can do, in a nutshell, you have synced cams, binary cams, and you can move it left and right without putting it in a press. So let's rewind back to 2006, 2007 with a standard binary cam. With the standard binary cam,
It's my wife's fault.
great for, hasn't been shot in a while, looks like. Using that thing to knock down cobwebs. It was great for knock travel. The cams were synced together. However, there was no way to move center shot other than with the rest, right? So you shoot, you have a bolt hole, you'd have to adjust the rest. And that could be problematic to an extent in some circumstances. Then Bowtech came out with the overdrive binary cam system, which was pretty cool. Now your cams are slaved together. However, you have the ability to move your center shot left and right with the overdrive binary cam system, because you could adjust the yokes on both the top and the bottom, which is really cool feature. However, you did have to press the bow for this, and it was not user friendly whatsoever unless you had a pro shop really close to you.
Not to mention you can't fine tune that. I mean, you can get close, but you may run into situations where you're a half a twist in one direction and then you're half a twist in the other direction.
Yeah, and then enter the Deadlock system here, where without a press, you can take an Allen, back the set screws off on the top and bottom, and adjust the center shot of this bow left and right, however you need to. So pretty neat platform there.
Gone are the days of moving your rest left and right to try to compensate for an arrow that's not acting the way you want it to act.
Mm-hmm.
So now, again, we had that technology in the past with the overdrive system, but to your point, you always had to put it in a press or take it to a shop. Now you can do that right on the bow, which is really nice. So, shoot them?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, we're getting ready to shoot the bows. We're going to wear our arrow. It's a Velocity 340. Should be around 350. 351. Okay, we got the Revolt X. We're going to put this on the scale, see what the peak holding weight and peak draw weight is. We put this to 30 inches, excuse me. And are we zeroed out? No, let's zero it out. Okay, here we go. Trained professionals, don't try this at home.
You need a bigger D-loop.
We need a bigger D-loop, yeah. Okay. And Oh, there it is. Oh.
Technology.
Raises yesterday, so
That's a big workout for you.
in fact, I'll probably say that. Doesn't even register.
How do you miss that hole? All right, so we scaled the bows, we scaled the arrow. We are all set. We set our bows comfort setting, 30 inches, 70 pounds of draw length. So this is going to be just like they tested at the factory. But just like our second annual tradition here, we are going to find out who's going to shoot the bows first. And by doing that, we will judo chop through the chronograph and see who has the faster speed.
Jake goes fast this time. Gosh, it's dang, dude.
You gotta add sound effects. 163 feet per second.
Dang it.
Right-handed. I'm left-handed, so.
What'd you get? 163.
163, yeah.
It's pretty dusty. It could be 16.3, I think. No, just kidding. I did calf
Stone.
raises today, so my calves are pretty sore. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. Crank it.
143, Jake goes first. You have a lot of work to do.
Gosh dang it. Okay.
All those calf raises. All right, so I just grabbed the Revolt X. That's what we're going to start with, and we already scaled everything out. 350 grain arrow. So one thing we didn't mention on the technology is these cams, like a lot of the other Bowtech bows, especially on the flagship and higher end models, come with a flip disc, and that allows you to pick two different settings of your draw cycle. So we have a comfort and we have it's dancing back there, a comfort and a performance setting. So the speed ratings that you're going to see in all of the literature and all the marketing material, that's going to be set on the performance setting. This is currently set on comfort. We're going to shoot that first, as that's how the bow is shipped, and then we will flip it over and tell you how the performance feels. All right, so we have a speed of 324 feet per second. Johnny's going to bring the camera over here just to verify that, so there's no tomfoolery. 324 feet per second. So this bow is rated at 340 feet per second from the factory. So a couple things to keep in mind. One thing is we have a D-loop on here, so that's going to take off a couple feet per second right there. Anything you add to your string is generally going to take a few feet off, whether it be a peep sight or a loop or anything else you put on there. The other thing is we're on comfort setting. So usually we, as far as what Bowtech says and the marketing material that we see and what we read, from comfort to performance, you're going to lose anywhere from about 8 to 11 feet per second. So that being said, you're looking at about 338, 339 feet per second, which is really, really close to what they say from the factory, which is 340. So first impressions, though, the bow draws really, really nice. I will say, now we're indoors, you're probably not going to translate to the video as much, but very, very quiet bow. Also, very dead in your hand. We don't have anything on here. We don't have a sight on here. We don't have any stabilizers or anything like that on here. Nothing on the string as far as string silencers. Very dead in your hand. Smooth. I mean, they're claiming this is a smooth bow. I'd say for what you're getting, very smooth on the draw, good back wall.
Okay, now we're going to shoot the Revolt. It's set at 30 inches. This is a 350 grain arrow. It's a velocity 340, and we're about 18 inches away from this chronograph. So here you go. .320 feet a second.
All right.
Okay, now we have the Revolt, and what we did is we took the module and put it in the performance setting. Now we'll shoot that through the chrono and see what we get.
Where was it?
328.
All right, so John just shot the Revolt on the performance setting. We also took the Revolt X and flipped the mods over to the performance setting on this one as well. 70 pounds, 30 inches. So let's see what we get. .334 feet per second with the Revolt X on the performance setting. All right, we just got done shooting the bows. Now we want to let you guys know what we thought. Everything from the back wall to the valley, the grip. Johnny.
Okay, I liked them a lot.
There you go.
That's all I got.
A man of many words.
In all seriousness, when you shoot these bows, my big takeaway was how little they moved in your hand. Very, very little hand shock free. I imagine that will only get better when you start adding accessories to this. You know, your 30-inch stabilizer, hunting stabilizers,
Naturally.
you know, your equivalizers,
Yeah.
you know, all your sights. No, it's just going to get better. Draw cycle was very comparable between the two. At 30 inches, the performance setting definitely starts to stack quite a bit, that last little bit. The speed difference between the performance and comfort, I personally would shoot in the comfort. I don't think that there's enough speed difference there that would make me bump up there. But really, really nice shooting bows. Let off was really good, and yeah, would recommend it. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, all those things. I echo a lot of what John is saying here. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. That was my first takeaway as well. I'd say if there was one thing, you know, if you're looking back at the bows from the last couple of years that Bowtech has put out, the Realm X, the Realm, the SR6, the SS, a lot of those bows had a little bit of bump, they had a little bit of vibration. These bows, there's just nothing there. I mean, they're really, really comfortable to shoot. I know you haven't even shot stabilizer on your bow for a few years, and the variations of bows that you've shot, but I would say this is one, if you're not going to shoot a stabilizers, you could go that route. So very, very comfortable. A lot of valley. I mean, you can hold that. We did the math. You can go back in the video. It's a little over 80% on the let off, so you can hold them a long time. You can hold them a long time. Price wise, so we know they're definitely good bows. We want to check them out. What are these going to set me back?
MSRP is $11.99. There's quite a few color offerings, so
Yes.
we're not 100% certain on the markup there. It might change from dealer to dealer, but we got a short story here of of color offerings for you. So yeah, there's black, OD green, smoke gray, flat dark earth. I like those solid color, you know, toned down colors. Quite a few camos too.
A lot of camo, yeah. So Mossy Oak, they have a new camo out this year called Mossy Oak Roots, Country Roots. So that's going to be one of your standard camos that it comes in. They also have a white Country Roots that's available. So that's going to be white and black, which is a pretty neat looking camo. Also,
what we were shooting was brown Country Roots.
Right, brown Country Roots here. So Realtree Edge, Cryptek Altitude, Optifade Subalpine, Optifade Elevated. Next page, please. Also Cryptek Highlander. So in all seriousness, it's really cool. You get a lot of different versions of these bows. The two bows, you know, again, acted very similar to each other. One's just a little bit longer. We are going to get our hands on, we're just beginning. We're just starting with all of these bow reviews. This just happens to be the one that we got our hands on first and look for more. Look for Matthews, look for Hoyt, PSE, and anything else we can get our hands on. We're also going to do a little bit more head-to-head. So these are all great. You know, when we do the individual bows, you know, we look at them and tell you what we think. But it's really cool when we get them all together and say, hey, this bow does this really well versus this bow, or it doesn't do that as well. So look for some more head-to-head videos when we get those bows in hand.
Yeah, we like to tinker, and if there's a bow that's on your mind, anybody out there that you'd like to see us review, we may or may not be, you know, in the process of trying to get one of those. So please let us know. We like shooting new gear, so it's always good. On that note,
Gear.
We got a special offering.
Yes.
So we had a bow that we brought in as an example earlier, but whoever can say the correct model,
No limb stickers, naturally.
and brand and year for extra bonus points, we're going to send you something off of the Praying Man Apparel website. So comment below what you think that is.
So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. You know, if you want to help us out and you want to support us, we offer all this gear that you guys see here, hunting and fishing casual apparel. Go to prayingman.com. We have something for almost everyone out there, whether you're an elk hunter, blacktail, mule deer, whitetail, steelhead fishing. We got a lot of really cool stuff. We print it all right here in the U.S. And we're really proud of it. So take a look. Follow us also socially. We're going to put all these bow reviews, little snippets on all of our Instagram and Facebook accounts. So follow us there at Praying Man Apparel. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks.
What's up?
I have to go.
Seriously? Okay, go. You can go by yourself. You don't need my help. Door's open.
Oh,
Come back down when you're done. Okay?
what?
I said you can come back down when you want. If you want to, when you're done.
I want to put some more stuff here.
No, you're not pooping down here. Go in the house. Okay?